That worked well. That worked really well. I am sorry, guys, if you are plugging your ears. We had a technical issue here.
We're starting as usual with our traditional non-correct start of the live stream. Oh my goodness!
One of these days, guys. One of these days.
No, I just really think we should stop trying, and we really should switch off. Oh, probably here.
You. Yeah, it was you doing it there. I thought it was me.
No. Well, hello, Monday.
Monday.
Which feels like Friday.
It does.
Or
Celebrate.
Sunday. Hello, Sunday.
We dedicate this to all the crazy people in the house tonight.
Yeah. 2 of us here.
That's right.
Some more out there.
Yep.
I'm sure there's some of you out there that is pretty crazy right now.
Yep.
So join the club. And welcome.
That's right.
A little disclaimer today: if you are under 18, proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Make sure your parents are not watching or know what you're doing or are just, I don't know, just leave.
Jello WJ Auto Works to you too.
Hello to everybody who is in here. Already lots of you there. Let's see if everybody's showing up in the chat.
Yes.
Act Naturally is in. Hello. ATGH Travels. Beauty and the Burr. Bottle Caps. By the way,
Bottle Caps, I think, was in here. I noticed it like when I set everything up, but I think 7:35 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, our guest, our special guest today is very deeply requested by everybody and especially Bottle Caps.
Yep.
Healthy Trails 199, Janet, hello, and Mars from Michigan, Terrell Emerson, The Good Cell Life, UP4204, and WJ AutoWorks. And I've seen that we have to correct the blue wrench thing right there with few people.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and do that. And hi to those who are not in the chat and still watching.
Yep.
Say hi, so we don't think you're lurking there behind.
Yep.
Okay. No need to be shy.
No, there's room for everybody.
Yep. Did I miss anybody? I hope you guys are feeling spring-like weather now. We are here. Yes, finally. Well, I wouldn't say it's spring in full bloom. But it's getting there. It's getting there. It's some nice weather, but cold winds today. So why are we waiting? Bottle Caps?
Caps don't start. We're gonna. Xenia's gonna give you the stink eye.
I'll have to ban you for 300 seconds or something.
And you know, first reason is to give everybody a chance to come in and stuff like that. And talk. So when the guest comes on, they get their unequivocal attention. So
that's right. Now, one thing you can do while you're impatiently waiting is tweet out this live stream or go on our Twitter, Puša Studios, and share the tweet that we shared about this live stream. Tweeter. Share it out. The more the merrier. Get some people coming in. We want our Bottle Caps. One more, and I'm going to ban you for 300 seconds.
That's right.
I'm in a banning mode today. So go ahead and do that, and we, as usual, are going to wait a couple minutes before we invite our guest in. There, I see ATJ Travels already retweeted it, and we're going to retweet his tweet too.
Thank you.
And Joey retweeted it. Come on, guys. Who else? Who else is tweeting it? Okay, that's perfect.
Janet Taylor is. Did you mod Janet? I thought
just now.
Yeah,
so
I thought
she
Janet
has
was
to talk
before.
in order to see it. Yeah, I did. Slicer G just stopping by to drop a like. Well, thank you.
We appreciate your like, and we'll be on for a while. If you can make it back after, you're always welcome. So
yeah, tonight we're gonna have an entertainer and mayoral candidate, Michael Furburger.
This is going to be fun, guys. So you definitely want to be in for this.
We're going to be pushing the limits.
Yep.
If you are afraid of foul language, might proceed with caution.
This is true.
We're going to try and keep it somewhat.
We're going to let them get out of the barn a bit, but not like leave the farm completely. That's pretty much the.
So there you go. And if you want to check his channel out, all his media links are down below in the description. Just don't forget to come back, please. Bottle caps now. This is the last.
Well, we'll wake you up when he comes on, okay? How's that?
Philip Cochran. Hello.
Hey.
So glad you could make it.
Well, good to see you. Such an amazing guy. It's been a couple of days. I know you had a lot going on in that, but it's so nice to see you here. Nice to see all of you here, I should say.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's some. Oh, I love that. Numbers are jumping in and out.
Yeah.
Down the rabbit hole. Hello. Hi from the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Are you right by bottle caps by now? You should be in Vancouver by now. Enjoying your vacation. You sure hope that Michael didn't take his medication today.
Yes.
Irvin
DePay Torres, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you guys all in. We're just waiting for people to join. For those who are late,
just let them sit down and find their seat. Let them order their drink, and then we'll get on with the show.
Yeah. Cuffs is in.
Yes.
Coriolis affectment was last week together with Miss Shelley. On Wednesday, we had some floating heads. So if you're into that, go and check that out. You are safe on that side of the pond.
So crazy. Oh my God.
Down the rabbit hole. How are you enjoying your vacation?
Colorado Martini, welcome. Good to see you again. You get a mod. There you go.
Puša Studios in the house. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit in a crazy mood today too. Yeah. So who knows where it's gonna bring us?
Gotta love influence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I didn't take my medication too today.
Yeah.
I have lots of that, so if I forget it, that's completely a different story. Okay, so if you made sure that you liked and tweeted this out, by now it should be 10 tweets out there, if I'm counting correctly, at least.
How did I turn that down? What did I? Oh, I got to feel it's there. I'll do the old grandfather thing. Yeah, we're good.
I don't know what he's doing.
Going
See,
crazy.
and he called himself a grandfather.
That's right.
By the way, bottle caps. So
me and bottle caps just sitting around playing lawn bowling together, running out our golden years.
Oh, putting up with Andrew, I understand. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. No. There are different other reasons, and I'm going to be talking about this Saturday about it. By the way, but that's some other time.
Oh my God, already.
We had a perfect weather. Well, I'm glad to hear that. It sucks.
Yeah.
Beep. When
actually
it's a bad weather through the vacation time.
Just a second, guys.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Don't leave me alone.
You got it, chick.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh no, Joey! Joey's in the house. He's gonna help me out since you've gone. So you love Furburger, and I want to play, but I'm almost done my video and have to keep going. Furburger is the next Toronto Warhol. Exactly. I think you have to listen now to this because, you know, the voting and everything, the elections coming. I think you should do as lots of people are doing lately with our stream. If they're busy not watching it, they are simply listening to it. And why not? We are actually crossing platforms. We had our first podcaster guest on Thursday, Juliet Miranda. And on Saturday, we were visiting Helos and Heathens podcast live stream. So they were doing podcast recording and live stream on YouTube at the same time. And now we're all across the podcast verse. So try it out. Just listen to us. Maybe we could become a podcast too. He's a comic genius. Yes, that's correct. Ball Caps ordered a special weather just for the rabbits. Going to rain cats and dogs for the next 2 days. Ooh. When I say cats and dogs, Andrew always laughs at me because it says it's so British. Hello, Joey. We've seen your previous 2 messages too, but hello anyway. Yeah, you can support each other. By the way, once again, turn the camera on. I don't know what you're talking about. Once again, like and share the stream. I'm just waiting for Andrew to come back here. I don't know, where did he disappear? Today has been some kind of crazy day. I know nobody's interested in it, but I will still tell you that I was at the hospital today dealing with my pain, as you all well know. So therefore, I am a little bit crazy. I'm pain sensitized today. But I'm out of the hospital to be here with you guys. I wouldn't miss it for one thing. So, hey Joey, good Joey, tweeting it out right now. And phone might die. No, you don't want to lose the battery just in case you're on the beach. I would love to be on the beach right now. When like something here on YouTube, my Twitter automatic tweets. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. You have the setting on. That's perfect. And if somebody's too lazy to tweet it out, just go on our Twitter at Puša Studios and just retweet our tweet. That works too.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I just did a little bit of whining about my pain today. So
that's okay.
I said if I get all nuts, then no, I need both of them.
There you go.
Now he has my pillow. Yeah, you have the same thing. Oh, well, this Saturday I'm going to have a special hashtag Millions Missing stream with me and two other beautiful ladies that you might be not familiar with. One is from Instagram world, and one, although is a little bit on YouTube as well, is more of a Twitter queen. So two completely unrelated to closer community ladies is going to be on with me talking about their invisible diseases. We're going to be sharing some information and talking about our experiences and some fibromyalgia National Association.
That's cool.
And Invisible Diseases Association and Millions Missing has graciously provided me material and permission to use some of their materials and videos. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be only me here. So if you like just Andrew bottle caps, you might not join. But if you are interested in invisible diseases and you want to join for something different, for our special edition, then come on the May 12th.
There you go.
So there you go.
So what do you think? Some time to bring out our guests?
I think so. Otherwise, bottle caps is going to just fall asleep.
Alrighty then.
You enjoy when I give you stink eye. Masochist.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh,
where are my flowers today? Didn't get any.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm on Sunday still.
We deal with Looney Tunes all the time, so don't.
Okay, so I think it's time. Time has come.
Yeah.
And we all want to meet the Furburger. I especially want to know what the Furburger means. I can't imagine the furry burger, and it doesn't sound too pleasant.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Good God.
Demanding woman. Yes, sometimes I am, especially when in pain.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. How are you?
Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great. It's so nice to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you, ladies and gentlemen, all two of you.
Well, same with you. We got a legend with us, so.
You absolutely.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear ya.
Am I back?
You're back, sir.
You know what? I'm going to turn off my other device. I have a feeling it interfered with that. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
I'm actually hooked up to a lot of devices. It was recommended by my therapist.
Oh.
Well, anything we can do to aid in that, we got your back.
Yeah, you know, just keeping me focused on a conversation with people and not the other things I do off camera is a good way to keep me in my local area safe.
And the rest of your voices agree with that diagnosis as well?
Yes, all 15 of them. Can you hear my volume okay?
We can hear you good.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. So I'm not seeing any responses in your audience. So I'll just, if there's anything you wanted me to notice of any of the various humans who are typing, just let me know at your convenience and I'll respond because I can't see words.
Oh, perfect. Well, right now everybody is very excited to see you.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of different inhuman sounds like yay, oh, and all that. So
nice.
Yeah.
So now we're all hearing a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
A. Joe wrote Warhol lives.
That's correct. He's that guy who painted that can of soup, right?
That's right.
You know, I have something very much in common with Andy Warhol. He painted a can of soup, and 2 years ago, I actually had some soup.
No way.
Yeah, and it came from a can.
Oh, you're blowing my mind now.
I am blowing you.
That's like a competition going here. So. Two heads are better than one, right?
Well, if she has a sister.
Nah.
Cousins.
Cousins. Do you live in the southern U.S.?
No, we live in Montreal.
Montreal, I forgot. How stupid of me, a fellow Canadian.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know where Montreal is. That's right beside BC, right?
That's right. We're Bottle Cap's next door neighbor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad we got the geography portion of this going.
That was the one class I didn't fail. It was geography, and I have issues with it. So that lets you know how my grades were.
Well, I think you're spot on. I'd like to see your map sometime.
Wind City Steve always says, everyone in the chat, ask your questions in Braille. Please, Furburger is visually impaired.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So if you can please all touch your keyboards and monitors, then I will, I don't know. I'll trust our hosts to tell me what the Braille was.
Just touch it and feel it.
Yes. Lots of that.
So I guess we'll start off with a little bit. We usually do here is we get our guests to tell us a little bit about yourself. I usually say what you feel comfortable with. I think you're pretty laxed on what you mind discussing, so it should be pretty good. So yeah, just a bit of background, whatever you feel like sharing.
So my name is Michael. I am the brain behind Michael Furburger and various other characters. I have used Michael Furburger so long that I have now made that my official last name. I'm an individual who's running for mayor of Toronto. Usually in my mayoral garb, I have more hair, more facial hair, but the glasses are the same. But I figured I would try to be somewhat respectful, and I would just put on glasses today. So I would relate to the people interviewing me. I'm just like you. I have glasses.
That's right.
Except I don't have hair. I usually have hair, but that's how we're different. Another side note, my medication started working 5 minutes before I turned the camera on. So we're in for a lot of fun tonight. But what I do for a living, it's really sitting on my bed watching YouTube. So I don't get paid for it, but it keeps me out of trouble, which is why I'm under... What's it called when you were before a judge and he says you have to stay out of the public for 4 to 8 years? What's that called?
A mess.
Yeah, I'm currently, according to anyone in Earth, a mess, and I have legal issues. So I watch YouTube, I watch other channels, and I meet strangers on the internet, some of whom I do not send nude pictures of myself to.
Yeah.
And to Pusa Studios, or Puša, sorry, I don't know the pronunciation. I'm bad with words. Yeah. Puša.
Perfect.
I know that I sent you a good variety of my pictures, and I hope you enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed taking them.
Oh,
they were amazing.
They were amazing. We also, a disclaimer, we got offered a discount. So this is in part, a promotional
Maybe
video,
we should share a couple of those with everybody here.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to share my awesomeness with all of your guests.
Well, I mean, I want them to bask in your glory. That's always going to be, there we go. So let's see, there's some.
There's Michael Furburger at the top, over the flag.
Yeah.
And then that's me, Michael, directly below. And then that's Dr. Fail. And that's Gay He-Man.
I just love that one.
That's my favorite one of all.
And then it's Sarah Jessica Parker with the horse face. She's a horse?
That's what it is. I thought it reminded me of someone, but I
Yeah, she's from the show Sex and the Stable.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
And that's King Pillsbury. King Pillsbury is the king of the land of the Pillsbury toaster strudel.
Yes, I can see the likeness straight away.
Absolutely.
Those are some phenomenal pictures. We're very lucky to have you, because usually we don't get such an array. So
yeah, I had to use all of them today in the promotional tweet because I just couldn't choose one. So
yeah,
I saw the promotional picture and it was great. You made a collage of that. The
Yeah.
picture that you created is exactly how my eyes perceive the world. So I connected on that level.
Well, that's perfect then.
That's music to our ears to hear something like that. We want you to feel at home while you're here. God.
I love putting music and other things in people's ears and other holes.
It's that freaking email picture. I can't get it out of my head.
Well, we already have a few questions. So are you from Toronto?
Absolutely. I am born and raised in the good old Toronto, Ontario, Canada, eh?
Yeah.
And I am proud to be running to be your master leader.
Well, I wish I was there. I wish we were citizens of Toronto so we could vote for you, but you definitely got our support.
I will smuggle you in giant bags of cocaine.
Oh.
Well, how lovely is that?
It's very lovely if you breathe some of it in.
Oh my God almighty.
Also, people are wondering if you need hair to run for mayor, you know?
I should mention, as part of my anti-Chewbacca law I will be enforcing, all men over the age of 40 will be required to get full body waxes, including painful Brazilian waxes.
Ooh. I don't know if men can take it. I'm not sure.
If you've walked downtown in the summertime and smelled the things I have smelled, you will thank me for this.
Jesus.
Another disclaimer, be careful trying to drink while I speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm aware of that one.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I will do that from now on. Also, somebody was asking about some kind of black screen.
Oh, as your next mayor, I am not racist whatsoever. All colors of screens are welcome on this internet program.
Oh my God,
perfect.
I got a tear in my eye just hearing that. You're an ambassador more than a mayor.
I'm a bastard.
Well, that's jeez. So, what other parts of your platform do you stand for?
So we're going to be showing our support for the wonderful women as a part of the Me Too movement. I will be legalizing prostitution.
Good God, that's awfully good of you.
I just think too many of our fine, intelligent, beautiful women are stuck at home cooking and cleaning, and this is horrible. They should be out using their skills to stimulate the economy and the residents.
Well, that's so noble of you. I mean, you don't have to conclude everybody.
I feel very noble.
Yeah, I get the feeling, and I don't blame you one bit. How do you feel about Mr. Ford running in Toronto again, coming back into politics and that?
I would like to say, on a serious note, to Rob Ford, who passed away years ago, we do wish you and your family all the best, and I am very sorry that you are gone. To his brother, Doug Ford, however, he is fair territory for an anal probing. So I would like to say that he's running for Premier of Ontario.
Right.
And so he's going against Kathleen Wynne and Andrea Horvath, pronounced Horwath, but the horror stays in it. No offense, it's her name spelling.
Okay.
There is actually a very real chance that Doug Ford will win the Ontario election because the NDP and the Liberals are going to be splitting the votes.
Okay.
So that, unfortunately, is a scary reality that what happened with Trump could very well happen in Ontario, folks. He's running on the platform of becoming everyone's friend on social media. He's talking about reducing costs. He talks about he's the man for the average person, and that's a scary reality, folks. Kathleen Wynne, her downfall, aside from looking like Orville Redenbacher,
oh, Jesus,
her downfall is that the hydro bill, everybody's hydro bills skyrocketed.
Right.
And remember what happened the last time someone in Ontario decided to let the hydro bill skyrocket? A gentleman by the name of Mike Harris.
Yeah.
He was kicked out of the government. So unfortunately, Kathleen Wynne may have popped one kernel too many.
Oh my God Almighty! Well, I enjoy this because it's not the usual stuff we hear on the news here at 6. So I'm kind of I
If
like your
there's
take on
if
stuff.
there's one thing I present, it's not the normal anything.
Well, that's great because you definitely came to the right place for it. So we're a great forum for that. Um, Alrighty then. Boy, that opens a lot of topics. So, where do you see the city of Toronto going if you were, because it's 4 years, right? The same as in most other cities in North America, it's 4 year term if you're mayor.
I believe 4 years, and I don't know if I have a chance of being reelected, but if I do, let me tell you, I'm going to be trying to get reelected.
Right, of course.
So where do I see the city? I see drugs flowing freely. I see
Oh.
Furburger being spread across the city. I see no more garbage strikes. You take your own garbage to the garbage dump.
Excellent.
And also, I see equal rights for men and women so that women are allowed to vote for a change.
Now the question stands: what is Furburger then, and why it's fur and burger?
Well, if you have a hamburger and it's not the ones from McDonald's that you can leave in a car for 10 years and they're fine. Normal burgers made from real cow meat, they start growing mold and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a normal burger will actually grow hair on it if you leave it out in the sun too long. So I feel like maybe that's why I'm going crazy, because I suffered from heat stroke.
Oh. Wow.
In actuality, what a Furburger is, it's a vagina.
Right. I knew this was coming when she asked a while ago because I knew she generally didn't know.
Another methodology I like to use is I like to say my name Furburger is French. It's Furburger. Furburger.
Oh.
Furburger. Michel Furburger.
Oh,
Bonjour, est-ce que tu manges mon grand Furburger dans mon pantalon?
Non, moi, c'est correct pour le moment. C'est une bonne idée après le spectacle fini.
Oui, je mange mon pamplemousse dans la salle de bain.
Oh, God.
That means how are you doing in English for those who don't speak French.
Oh, yeah. Even though pamplemousse is grapefruit, but why not? But it is.
No, pamplemousse is translated to pompous moose.
Oh, okay. Like seafood plate is s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, it's a seafood plate. How did you know that? Oh, you're in Montreal. That's right. You speak French. I see we're going to have a très bien conversation, mon petit fille.
Oh, you're good. I like it.
You haven't even... sorry, you go with your thing. My thing was going to get you in trouble. Go on, say it.
Oh, no, then you're going.
No, I was just going to say we haven't slept together yet. How do you know I'm good?
Well, I'm just a good judge of character.
You
got the right bod for it. If you can get out that He-Man outfit, would be a good start.
Hi, everyone. It's Gay He-Man here with my friends Pusa, the Pusa Factory. We take pictures. We wear glasses on our head, wigs and hair, and oh my God, I have Kitty Boom Boom here with me. You want to see Kitty Boom Boom?
Yeah, sure.
Here's Kitty Boom Boom.
Oh.
There's meow, meow. I love Kitty Boom Boom. I ride Kitty Boom Boom all night.
Oh no! Oh no! Disclaimer number 1.
Yes. Proceed with caution.
Proceed with a doctor's slip. God damn it. Hi. Mwah. Nipples. Nipple squeeze. Hi, Mom.
Wendy Steven was thinking that you were asking to tickle his taint in French. Some people need translations here, I think.
Yes, I was absolutely doing that.
Oh, that's one hell of an offer, boys, I gotta say.
I cannot refuse an offer from a fine gentleman like the person you referred to.
No. You're in my mind. Jesus, where do you go after this one?
To my parole officer, but I
yeah, and psych ward officer and parole officer.
Little known fact: the reason I just have a white wall behind me and this poster is because I'm actually in St. Michael's Hospital, Ward 3D. Ward 3D. So if you want to send me a package, tell Nurse Jenkins at the front desk you have a package for the mayor. Don't refer to me as Michael Furburger. They've been giving me intense therapy to try to get me to stop it, but I will not be caged. except for the fact that I am caged.
I want to know more about the therapy. Tell me about the therapy you're receiving.
So what they do is they put these felt pads on my head and then turn on the electricity.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's always...
Does it work? Doesn't look like.
It did because my hair is gone.
Yeah. I was going to say, they got rid of the hair.
Hair. That's right.
I was smoking 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
And let me just say the carpets don't match the drapes, so it's very painful down below.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There's our next question out the window that we had on the plan. So you kind of got like a Who's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest type thing going on in that room.
I remember seeing that movie with Jack Nicholson, and I always get his name confused with Jack Nicklaus, who is actually the golfer.
Yeah.
But it's Jack Nicholson.
Right.
And I think I haven't seen him in movies in a while, but I know that he's still alive, which is good. And it's always great when senior citizens are still doing something with their life. That's why I'm so glad to see the Pusa family doing so well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. You're in on that one. Congratulations. So, have you been around Canada much? Like, have you been to a lot of the provinces and stuff?
That is a great question. I flew over to Victoria, which is Vancouver Island, on the west coast. Beautiful mountains we flew over. Interesting fact, the plane did not crash.
Wow.
Yeah, and I survived the flight. You may not be aware of this.
I never did.
I also, if you would stop interrupting me, I will speak.
Okay.
Now, I've been to Montreal. I actually went there. We drove there. I went there twice. It was back in my drinking days.
Okay.
That's all. You can speak now.
Okay. Well, let's continue on Montreal. What did you think of Montreal when you were here?
I said bonjour to so many strange people. And I don't mean the people are strange. I mean, I went up to random people and I yelled out, bonjour, bonjour. None of them said hello to me back, and they all gave me a strange look.
Really?
And I ate the Subway because I love Subway sandwiches. And the house sauce, or the sub sauce as they call it, is maison sauce, because maison is French for house. Right. So if you want to order Italian dressing at Subway in Montreal, you have to ask for the maison dressing. I went back to Toronto, because that's where I am, and I went to Subway and I said, can I have the house dressing? And they said, what the hell are you talking about? Because some of the places call it house dressing here. Some of them call it Italian dressing. Even though on the Italian dressing, the sauce thing, some of them, they have the word house on it. And some they don't. So they're very peculiar at Subway as to if you call the Italian dressing house dressing or Italian dressing. And that made me very upset.
I could see why. That is pretty upsetting stuff you got going on there.
Because I've eaten at Subway so often, and I go, can I have Italian dressing? They're like, no, it's house. Can I have house dressing? No, it's Italian. It's like my parents all over again. And in case anyone's wondering, my parents are both still alive.
Okay.
They were not the ones I buried in the backyard.
Oh.
Ooh. Can you reveal that? Who is that?
No.
Can I sing a song?
Please.
Yeah.
Goodbye, horses. I'm flying over you. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Put the fucking lotion on the skin. Okay, that's all. You can go on.
Well, that's pretty hard to follow up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, I don't quite know where to fall for that. That was a lovely little tune you had going. And
well, let me ask you this. Let's say I was a normal person. What would be the next question you would ask me normally?
Have you seen that Michael Furburger guy?
Sorry?
Have you seen that Michael Furburger guy?
Oh, nope.
No.
Nope.
He's good. He's good.
He's pretty good in bed. I sleep with him every night.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The main question would be, where did it all start?
Yeah.
And how?
So,
and why?
Here's the honest truth. I am 39 years old. The character was developed at the age of 21 when I was a newscaster character, when I would go to friends' parties. And I would ask questions like a normal interviewer. And I was Michael Furburger with FNBS News. So I was interviewer with FNBS News. And then it just grew into a mayoral candidate when there were people running for mayor of Toronto. I said, if they can get elected mayor, why can't I? I'm normal. I'm smart. I'm someone who's wiping cocaine from his nose. Why can't I be elected mayor? So I've always been entertaining, creative. I have a very creative mind. I'm good at writing, drawing, painting. I used to take pictures of people. One person, Suzanne Johnson, I would be sitting in the tree outside her bedroom window at night with my binoculars, and I would zoom in and get some good nipple shots. Okay. And so that's where I knew I should end up in photography, but it didn't work out because I was arrested shortly afterwards.
Oof.
Hashtag meds.
Oh my God.
Just thinking about those days makes me emotional.
I can imagine. That's a very hard, traumatic thing to go through. But
it was very hard.
The man you are today.
It was very hard.
A lot of emphasis on hard in that last statement.
I just wanted to emphasis.
Yeah, well, you got it. You definitely nailed it on the.
This is one Furburger that nailed it.
Yeah, that's right, and you never forget it, my friend.
Nope.
So, let's go back to your campaign.
Okay.
Where do you see it going? Like where do you think you are right now? Like in the poll, like do you think consider yourself the fan favorite? Do you see yourself like a close second? Where do you see yourself?
I see myself as the very top choice. Here's the limitation, though. They're not going to see my name on the ballot. So I'm going to need all of the residents to succumb to my brainwashing and to either write my name on their ballot or draw a picture of a hairy hamburger, and it will be implied.
Okay, but let's take this seriously for a second. We've seen a lot of past campaigns, provincial, federal, state. That's been done 1,000 times. Nothing original?
You mean the write my name on your ballot?
Yes, that's correct. That's already been done.
Well, here's the thing. The people it's been done with, were they trying to legalize cocaine and whores?
See, man, you can't just reinvent the wheel. You got to come up with something new and fresh.
Cops is saying you need to smoke more crack.
Oh, there.
Correct. I will absolutely do that. I will smoke a lot more crack.
You can see it. It's your complexion. It's a little too rosy still. You definitely need more crack.
Well, I am currently transitioning to a woman. Does that count?
No.
Well, I would still have one crack, but I would be rosy.
The rosy part. Okay, I thought you were going to get more crack by being a woman.
When I legalize prostitution, everyone will get more crack.
Well, that looks good on a T-shirt for a campaign. Say what you want.
That's correct. I will be giving everybody in the city everything they want. So you don't have to worry about me not approving anything. Everything will be approved. And to show you how serious I am, I'm going to be legalizing everything so you can do whatever the hell you want. And those who refuse to break the law will be punished.
That's can you elaborate on this one? I want to hear a little more.
Yes, if I catch anybody in my city at any point in time not breaking at least one law, you will be forced into prostitution. And because I will be legalizing prostitution, that would mean you're obeying the law, right, which will get you in good books with the residents of the city.
He's got quite the campaign.
Yeah, I know. Somebody was asking if we should be using crayons for the picture on the ballot.
You can use crayons, and also, as I learned recently, in addition to glue, you can eat them because they're non-toxic.
Wow. So then the colors, the rainbows would be coming. Right.
It's a multicultural bowel evacuation.
Oh, that's a voice. There's a winning slogan if I've ever heard one.
That's also, right, folks.
Also, we don't go on. Your parents are Howard Stern and Tom Green.
Yes, I have two dads.
2.5.
Have looked up to Tom Green for a long time as one of my idols, as well as Jim Carrey. And I would like to give a big shout out to Tom Green. Tom Green, if you're watching this, because I'm on the #1 internet program right now, I would love to do your laundry just so that I can be on camera with you. It would make me so happy.
Well, they are in here tonight. That's Bottle Caps is actually Tom Green.
Wow, another person who lies for a living, just like me. He should go into politics.
That's right. I'm just trying to become your campaign manager.
Oh, well, there's one way to do that. How good is your gag reflex?
I didn't say intern.
Oh, well then you will service me, and in turn, I will award you.
Well, boys, you can't ask for a much better fit deal than that. Jeez.
It's one good thing deserves another.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, guys, you're definitely seeing history in the making for Puša Studios. We got a politician with us. We're learning some new policies that he hopes to enact. Keep your questions coming. Anything you've got. We're gonna tune back in front of some more. Let's go back to your childhood. That's always a fun place to go. Why not walk us through what young little Michael Furburger was like?
Young Michael Furburger loved to put on little plays for his family, so I would sort of act out characters. Okay. And when I was in just very little grade school, I was given the role of Rudolph. Oh. And my mom dressed me up in, you know those sets you buy for the washroom with the little mat and the toilet seat cover?
Oh, yeah.
I think she was being cost effective because we were hard up for money. So I was dressed up like a toilet, and that was Rudolph. And I had to jump out in front of the whole audience and say, I'm Rudolph. And everybody laughed at me. And I had severe performance anxiety of getting in front of crowds ever since that point, up until the age of 38. So now, unless I avoid washrooms completely, I am always nervous. I was also given the role of Ebenezer Scrooge for one of my grade 8 classes, and I called in sick, and I just ditched it because I was nervous going in front of people. So I guess I have sort of stage fright, but I did do public performances. For example, do you remember, and I'm sorry to speak about someone who's passed, but do you remember George Michael?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did what he did. Do you remember what he did?
Which part?
It involved a bathhouse without baths.
Oh, jeez.
So I performed there.
Okay.
But I have performance issues with the ladies, though.
Okay.
Mainly because they complain to the police that I'm in front of them without pants.
Yeah, but no issues with men, though, I hear.
No issues. It's like a coat hanger. Boom, instantly.
Oh, okay. Well, then we know right away. Maybe you should just give up on ladies and why to bother?
I actually have a wife, but she's deflated at the moment.
Oh, well, that's too bad. We were hoping we would get to know her, but...
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I'll bring you with me. I have a mobile device.
Okay.
So I'm going over to get...
Well, this is great. This is just like...
You can look over here. There's a cat.
Okay, yeah.
The horse head, and that's the cowboy hat. There's my wife.
Oh, no.
So I got my wife now. This is chlamydia, also known as chlamydia. And I'll blow her. You can watch me blow her.
Well, that's different for a change, too. Yeah. You know, it's reversed.
Exactly.
And she's always under the horse's head.
Yeah.
She's always doing something to the horse. Head is one option.
Hey.
Yeah.
That means she's a lesbian because she gets it on with Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right.
Well, talking about lesbians, what do you think about all this, sexual matter, asexuals and pansexuals and all that? How do you know she's lesbian? Maybe she's one of those.
Well, first of all, if she's a pansexual, she's doing inappropriate things at Pizza Hut. And that's just wrong. Play with your food, but don't do that. But I think people have the right to be gay, lesbian, straight, LG. Oh, my horse head fell down. My horse head fell. Sarah Jessica Parker, no.
Call 911.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh. Jesus. Susie, call your parental units ASAP. Oh, now you see, this is the kind of channel we want. This is kind of symbolic of the whole. There you go. You know, it's the togetherness, the bond. Oh my God Almighty! We can't hear you.
Lost your speech there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I mean the
Okay,
mic
is this
show
better?
great.
Is this better?
Well, I don't really know. Depends on what's.
Well,
Can
we
you hear
like
my voice?
your wife more. Some people thought that she would be much bigger. Why is she so tiny?
I did a great horse impression, but I guess you don't want to hear Sarah Jessica Parker's voice, so I'll bring my wife.
Well, people are interested in her, you know.
Why are you not interested in Sarah Jessica Parker? She did so much for you on the big screen. Hello, everybody. I am Chlamydia. I enjoy Cinco de Mayo. I had tacos. Taco, taco. Burrito, burrito. Taco, taco. Ándale. Hello. Look at my sexy body. Oh, my sexy body. Oh, I give kisses. Taco flavor kisses. Taco, taco.
Oh my God Almighty! Oh, can't hear you. Yeah, can you hear us? No, can't hear you.
We lost you. My God, she takes the breath away. I think.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, screw this. I'm getting rid of this, folks.
No problem.
Hello, I'm back, motherfuckers.
Yeah, because we couldn't.
You try to silence me, I will not be silenced. Hashtag me too.
She's a little opinionated, isn't she?
Apparently, she also looks like Hillary Clinton. I agree.
Did you call me a little pinata? I am not Hillary Clinton. I am not a man. Hello.
Oh my God Almighty! What do we have going on here today?
You want to know what you have going on? Look at this.
Okay. Okay. Let's keep PG-17 at least.
Well, 18 for sure.
Yeah. It's good to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. $50.
So I have to ask you, what do you think of your husband there?
He's small in the pants. But he tries to walk me like a pinata.
Oh no.
Nothing comes out because he's small in the pants.
Oh, Miss Kathy was here. Oh no. Yeah, sorry, I'm just
Did you super glue her mouth shut over that horrible tonsillectomy accident?
Excuse me, did I say you can speak? I'm speaking to your husband.
Oh my God!
What?
Somebody gotta watch it.
I want to get it on with your husband. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. I want to sleep with your husband. Hey, that's not very nice. I don't care. I don't like you anymore. You're too small in the pants for me. Why are you always embarrassing me? No, I don't care about you. Get out. Oh, she's always doing this to me. Hello, I'm Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh God.
Oh, you want to see him eat my wife?
Oh jeez.
Oh my
First,
God!
I'm going to deflate her.
Oh my God Almighty. Oh.
Let me just finish killing her.
Yes, craft beer. This is interesting.
Okay, now I perform Sarah Jessica Parker eats my wife.
Oh no. Okay, that's well, that yeah.
You son of a bitch! No, I want to eat you. Don't eat me, you bastard! Son of a okay, I'm back. Folks.
She's got a lot of spunk to her, doesn't she?
She has a lot of spunk in her.
Yeah. Oh, that's my fault for saying that one. What is going on tonight?
So, you back. I need you back there. Come on.
Okay. Already. We're on. Yeah, I love the disclaimer. It comes in handy. Alrighty. So we got to meet some of your friends, your wife. We had some celebrities on.
Please name the celebrity.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Correct. And what does she look like?
A horse.
A horse.
On Family Guy, he always said she has a face like a foot.
Nope, it's a horse.
I'll take that. So, would they be helping you on the? Are they helping you on the campaign trail as you run? In case some of you have joined and don't know this, our fine esteemed colleague here, Michael Furburger, is running for Toronto Mayor. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So my wife will be joining me for some alone time when I just need to relax. And we will be riding Sarah Jessica Parker to save on the, what's it called when it messes up the ozone layer? Pollution? So I'm going to be riding Sarah Jessica Parker around town instead of a car. So it's like I'm Matthew Broderick, but I'm not a midget.
What about the kitty?
The cat?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I guess I'll have to not run for mayor anymore.
No. You'll find a way to make it work. That's what mayors do. You guys are active. You're shakers, movers. You make things happen no matter how.
Okay, I changed my mind. I will find a way to make it work.
Well, what else could anybody ask for than that? You can do this.
What else can they ask for? Apparently for me to get off their property.
Yeah, but that's just suggestions. They're not really being mean about it.
They suggested with a shotgun.
Suggestion still. You're the mayor. You're going to be the mayor. You're going to be able to show people you don't stand down to any of this stuff. It's like testing you. But you got the power of Sarah Jessica Parker. You got your wife. You got the kitty. I mean, what else could a man need?
Some people say that they would like to have human interactions. So some people say having humans that they interact with in person is a good thing to have.
Do you think some people say overrated?
Yes, humans are overrated. That's why I love aliens. They just do probing and take out.
Were you a big fan of Kids in the Hall?
I loved Kids in the Hall, especially where they wear the dresses and act like ladies, because I love to do that.
They were really good at it. In all seriousness, they had this way where everybody would overdo it. Or try to act like glamorous women. They always picked like the stereotypical suburban housewife thing, and that's what made them so good at doing it.
I know. I have slept with a good share of stereotypical housewives, and I think you are correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Then you see, you are kind of a ladies' man.
Well, I'm just trying to gain votes.
Well, I mean, that campaign has not always worked well for some people in the past. I don't know. Do you think it's working for you?
Well, not everyone else was delusional, were they?
Well, I don't know. I think in that part you got a lot of contenders, but you got a certain je ne sais quoi, we'll call it, because you like the French language.
J'aime le français. Bonjour, mon ami. Comment ça va?
Tu parles bien en français. C'est pas la première fois que tu parles en français, hein?
Here's the deal. I took grade 9 French, so I know how to eat a pineapple in the toilet. That's it.
That's on the finals, I think. Eh?
Yeah.
You are so.
Some people are wondering, do you take bribes, and what kind of bribes do you take?
Yes, I absolutely accept bribes, financial and otherwise. I am open to a bartering system. Services rendered.
So what do you offer then?
I will approve every request they have that requires money from a city budget. I will make the city go broke and give the residents everything they want. And by the time it negatively affects the city, I will be voted out of office anyway. So you get what you want, I get what I want, and then the next mayor has to deal with the repercussions.
Well, that's a hell of a strategy you got going. What was the best thing that somebody exchanged with you so far? What was the best bribe you got to this point?
I was allowed to leave the courtroom of my own recognizance.
That's pretty big.
Thank you. That's what she said.
And we're all very happy for you. So this means they're getting new faith in you. Maybe they don't think you're crazy anymore. They're just really starting to understand you.
Well, I told them that if they kept me there, that they were being racist. So they let me go.
It's good to see when things happen to good people. Sure.
What would you say to people who are saying in the chat that they wouldn't vote for you?
Yeah.
I would say, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
So even your parents that are not supporting you?
They're very supportive. They just have no idea what I'm saying right now. They support me being a human, but they don't know what I've morphed into. I mean, if they knew what I morphed into, well, then somebody wouldn't be talking to others right now. Somebody would be in a straitjacket. Actually, do you want to know why I haven't shown you below my neck?
Don't know. Are you dressed?
Yes, but it's a straitjacket.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That adds a little mystique to the whole thing. Let's go back. What were you like in school? What was high school like for you? What was Michael Furburger like in school? Popular, athletic?
In school, Michael Furburger had just a small select group of friends, and we were into role-playing games, including video games, and also Magic the Gathering card game. And we had relationships with humans of the other type, humans. But some of us decided that we would lose track of what we were talking about halfway through this sentence.
About in high school and how you got along with other...
I was very creative. I would always draw things. I was good in... My best classes were art class and English class. I was a communicator. My worst classes were science and math. I was bad at adding and bad at making things not explode.
You like the creative side. You really like to explore, like, whatever. I'm assuming when you do your writing and stuff in English, that you were always kind of exploring the limits and looking for... You had a lot of stories inside you want to share.
I have a lot of things going on, and I love to share it indeed. And in school, I didn't really per se do crazy things, but I did crazy things in school.
Did you feel like people understood you in high school?
Not the principal, because apparently what I did was against school conduct and caused irreparable damage.
Yeah, but like with your peers and stuff like that, do you think
I only had 3 friends. The rest of them paid no attention to me.
But you got a lot of special qualities to you. I mean, sometimes it just takes the right click, and high school's a hard time to make that click. So, as hard as that is, I think you're a person that once you were out of that, you didn't feel as many restraints and then could express yourself better and find people more similar in your interests.
That's right. The secret is, to anyone watching who wishes they could be like me but are too afraid of what their parents will think, you have to stop caring what people think about you so that you can be your greatest self, and one day you can be a naked gay He-Man like me on camera for strangers.
Well, that's good advice. And hey, it is good advice. It's you got to enjoy doing what you're doing. I mean, and YouTube is very good at spotting out when people are fakes, and you generally enjoy doing what you do.
Mr. Bigglesworth wants to say hello.
Excellent.
Mr. Bigglesworth, say hello.
Hello.
There's a kitty.
I'll see if I can communicate here. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. How long
Sorry, I just wanted my Furburger to show you my pussy.
Well, that's an honor in itself. I mean, we can't thank you enough for that. Have you had your cat for a long time?
Yes, a good number of years. She's considered a senior citizen.
How old?
Let's see, 2004.
2004. Oh, okay, yeah, geez. That's pretty... well, cats can sometimes get, 20 years? Sometimes?
Yes, some of them can live for a very long time, so there's hope for you folks.
Yeah, well, that's what we're counting on. Once you have kids, then your age goes into dog years, it feels.
No, I can't reproduce because I would have to have relations with a human, and that's against my policy.
Yeah, the women don't work out, so, with men, that's not going to work.
No, it's because they're human.
Sorry, I had my translator here, so I was just listening. So... All right. Well, Carter High School, did you do post-secondary education, or did you go into the workforce, or did you find yourself for a while, or?
So here's the honest answers for a change, and thank you for your patience with me today.
Not a problem.
I actually have spent the majority of my working years within call center environments, so I would answer calls and do customer service and whatnot. Now, as for post-secondary, I did take a computer graphics and animation program, and I did take creative writing, and I got a certificate in creative writing.
That's cool.
And I did improv introduction and comedy writing introduction and also some other stuff. And I've been doing streaming on the internet and also through the PlayStation system. And I am currently on an excessive amount of narcotics, but the narcotics were all prescribed to me and my friends who did not know I took it from them.
Well,
prescribed by you.
Well, that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we know ourselves better than anybody else, right?
I know myself like the back of my hand.
That's what I kind of figured that was coming. That's okay because it's good for you. I am going to steer back a little bit because you were serious about the call center, right?
Yes, absolutely. That was not a joke.
And do you still do that?
I did up until recently when I found my true calling, and it was to be on massive internet shows like your program, sir.
Well, us and our millions of viewers right now currently tuned in want to thank you for that support. And we're glad to have you here.
I am happy to support you. You know, I recently discovered so many people through YouTube, as so many of each of us have discovered each other recently. And think about how many friends all of us now are pretending we have compared to how much we used to pretend we have. And it's a massive number. So I'm grateful that I was able to meet so many people who I believe are not catfishing me.
Well, you must meet some though there. I mean, you know, you still got a question a bit, but some you feel a little more connected to than others, though.
Yes, the ones I sent nude pictures to. That's why I consider you family.
Oh, you have no idea how honored we are to hear that. That kind of made my day, so that's good.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. You shared a lot.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, if I could get a surgery, but it would cost a lot.
It was cold when you took the pictures. That's all.
I was in the pool.
That's right. The turtle effect. Cool.
I have a question. What kind of support have you gotten from the local, like, you know, Torontonians and people? I know that Canadian food reviewer Ken Domick has supported you.
Yes, thank you. I can see, unlike so many other hosts out there, you did extensive research into my programs. On episode 4 of the 3rd season of Michael Furburger Gets Support from Canadian Celebrities, I got support from Canadian food reviewer Ken Domick. Last name spelled D-O-M-I-K. And he reviews food. And he's also from Canada. I also got a shout out from Tom Green.
Yeah.
So Canadian celebrities across the world are getting on the Furburger train. So to all your viewers, jump on this Furburger before I get out of hand.
I thought when we mentioned Tom Green a while ago, that's why we thought we were setting you up for you to make the mention about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry I didn't reference it, but I do have a video of him shouting me out. And thank you so much for being selfless and drawing your viewers' attention away from your own channel for my goodness.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point why we do this, is for everybody to get to know you a little better.
This is so great. Most people, they don't want to get to know me. They just want me for my sexy gay He-Man body. But you really want to get to know me, and I value that.
We only would expect the all package for our millions of viewers.
Absolutely. We have to give the best to our dual audiences.
We always kind of compare our show to the quality of The Littlest Hobo. That's been kind of our goal. Canadian.
That was a classic show.
It was.
It's amazing. The dog at the end of every episode would just go walking away. People would wave at it. No one's calling the SPCA, and the dog's fine. How's the dog randomly walking up to a situation for exactly a half hour, and then it walks away, hides, disappears. The next day, exactly a half hour, he saves another group of stupid people.
And that cheesy piano music they played, like I seen it a couple of years ago for the first time in a long time. That piano music, I mean, it was right out of like a small theater in Sudbury type of level.
Maybe tomorrow I'm going
I want to settle down.
Until tomorrow.
Oh,
the world is
my home.
Because I'm a stray dog who knows if I was neutered and I might be reproducing.
That's right.
You know, if the Littlest Hobo was a gay dog, it would have a different show name.
Yeah, that's a neat little fact going there.
I'm full of it.
What about the other Canadian shows like the Beachcombers? That was a classic.
That was a classic one, but that was a bit before my time. I'm sorry, I didn't really watch the Beachcombers.
I see what I'm. You're 38. You said
39.
39. See, I'm 44. We're a couple of years apart.
You're so old, man.
I know. You don't know how lucky you have it in your days. You never had it hard like me back then, you know.
Yeah. No, back in my day, we had they had these images on a box where you would connect a cable to it and you would get different programs on the box.
Really?
What was that called?
I have no idea where you're going. I heard something about a television, maybe.
Yeah, back in my day, they had these things. It's like you connect a cable to it, and you had a remote control, and you change the channel, and you get to watch a show whenever they choose to put it on.
Oh my
Remember
God.
that?
That's the way you're going way back now. There, that's from foggy memories. But yeah, and the old box used to be about this wide, and it had clicking buttons onto it.
Yeah, and they called them. I think they were called big screen high definition televisions.
That's right. That's right. I'm thinking
it was like I think it was 2017.
Yeah, I think there's like an OLED somewhere in there. And I kind of
forget. They were old, but now we don't have televisions. Now we just are on the internet making new friends.
Yeah, that's right. When I was growing up, my father had a TV that he bought the year before I was born, and the damn thing lasted almost 30 years. It was a Zenith, 27-inch with the wooden legs. Those were real sexy with the turn dials.
When I was growing up, I was psychologically abused, and my psychiatrist said that's what is resulting in this.
Oh, I knew if I asked the right questions and done the right things, something would come out for us tonight.
I can never say no to a man with a sexy beard.
Well, thank you. You and Xenia got a lot in common. She likes beards too.
Excellent. And after my operation, we'll definitely have a lot in common.
That's for sure.
That's right. Gotta have a sister wife.
How do you perceive the change? How it's going to change your view to the world?
Well, I think I would like to join the Me Too movement.
Oh.
I'm tired of people abusing me for my body.
I can understand that would be an issue. Yeah.
Let's start respecting each other more and not calling people names like Furburger and stuff like that. It's very rude.
How would you change your name? Like, how would you be like called after you change?
I would like my name to be Bruce Jenner.
Oh my God.
It's a respectable woman's name.
Well, there's been some reports though that Bruce Jenner would like to go back to being Bruce Jenner sometimes.
Oh, poor little baby. You decided to chop it off and now you want it back. Boo-hoo. You knew before you went on 400 televisions what was going to be the deal. No returning, no recycling.
No give back.
You chose to be a vegetarian. You cannot have the sausage back. Unless you put it in your basket. You son of a bitch. You're ruining it for the rest of us who still want to have the transition.
Well, that's right. You see, this is all good stuff here, folks. I hope you brought your.
So mad.
I can see that. It is upsetting. It's a crime against humanity, if you want to call it that.
It's a crime against groinality. I think that's a Mortal Kombat finishing move.
That's right.
Groinality.
That was back in the old version.
What, did you say old virgin or old version?
I said virgin, but let's stick with virgin. Why not?
No, don't stick with a virgin. Legal issues. I've learned.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that as an answer. Sure.
Actually, not to get religious, but did you know that Mother Mary was a virgin? She was the Virgin Mother Mary.
I had heard that. Yeah.
And did you know she had a kid that was a Jew?
Really?
Do you think that your parents? Wait, she was Jewish too. Then
that would be right.
So, wow. How about that? You know, interesting fact, in a serious note here, I'm actually Jewish.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so that's why it's okay for me to say rude things involving the Jew word, because I'm Jewish.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you made that disclaimer.
Why is it so? It always is like that. The famous Seinfeld of dentists and Jewish people.
Well, who was the guy from the movie Mad Max?
Mel Gibson?
Yes. So if what he said was true, we own Hollywood.
Oh.
So it's our birthright.
So it kind of opens the doors for you.
Yeah, it opens the doors. Absolutely. Well, you know what? As a Jewish person, I had 3 career choices. I had lawyer, accountant, or comedian.
Right.
So I chose accountant.
Well,
Because I'm bad at math.
Oh my God. We got to steer this for a second. Already.
Okay.
Well, let's thank you for that. Okay, what would when you're working at the call center? What kind of a person would you say you were, like with the customers and that?
At my jobs where I was getting paid, when I was on the telephone, I was the exact opposite of the character you see in front of you, and I was the most professional, respectable person you could ever imagine. Then I would turn on my camera at home, and people would say, "Who the hell am I working with?" And they
Yeah,
would be ashamed, horribly ashamed of me.
but in a serious. Okay, let's if you don't mind, I'm just going to steer it serious for a second. I could actually see that with you because characters like that is something that needs to come out. You can't contain it forever, and it's usually people have characters like that are very good at knowing when to like unleash and then when to pull themselves into their next role, which a role could even mean being just you in your business setting. I could really believe that you were like very courteous at your job and very good at it, and then at home need that outlet to get those kind of characters, give them a voice at the right time.
That is a very accurate perspective, very in depth. I appreciate that. Your honesty, your genuineness, it makes me feel like you actually care. And I am so glad to have met both of you.
Well, I mean us as well, and this I find you very interesting. You have an amazing ability to really embrace a character without killing it. You really work with it well. And I think that has to come in pacing it. You can't do it all day, or it would become too redundant and you would probably fall uninterested with it.
That's right. When the camera goes off, I'm just like one of you folks. I take my assless leather chaps off one leg at a time. But when the camera goes on, you gotta get going. You need to make people smile. You need to make people say, I was going to call the police on him, but not anymore. This is lots of fun. I'm going to join his cult and drink the Kool-Aid."
No, there you go. There you go. So there's a little more insight. Were you? Did you get promoted when you were working at call centers? Like, did you get to be supervisor and stuff? Or
Yes, because I would stay fairly lengthy amount of times at the positions I had, there were many promotions and promotions offered, whether I would accept them or not, because of how focused I am on attention to detail. Did you folks know that I have a condition known as obsessive compulsive disorder?
well, no, not really. I kind of had a bit of an inkling, but I never knew it fully. And I did
Yes,
that makes sense for you, even in your characters. That answers a lot of things,
I
actually.
have a very high focus and attention to detail. And so, absolutely, I was given leadership roles. And I am able to be a good teacher and mentor and helper. And because I'm a good actor, I can pretend to care about people.
Well, yeah, but I mean that too. Like part of a character would be falling in the teacher role, and probably you'd be more equipped to help a lot of people by finding their working with them to make them feel more comfortable and stuff as they were you were teaching them the ropes or monitoring them or whatever.
Yes, absolutely. So I would make them feel at ease, except when they would see how fast of a typer I am and how much better I am than them at almost everything at the task, they would be ashamed and they would leave because I'm so much better than them, which is why I'm running for mayor and they are not.
Well, you know, modesty is a good part of being a leader, and you definitely got lots of that. And I definitely
Modesty
think
is not just a county in France.
it's let's see, folks. I hope you got your pens out again. So the campaign trail is exciting, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely, because I get to meet lots of wonderful people and I get to say, vote for me, and I get to consider them as friends, but they're not really my friends because they never see me again, ever.
Well, I think a man like you couldn't be tied down with friends. You need to meet the world.
Hey, it disappeared. Oh, okay, I'm back.
You're back? I said a man like you can't be tied down with friends. He needs to be introduced to the world.
Yeah, I just like to expose myself as much as possible to as many people as possible.
I knew he was going to fight for that one. And what about the? Do you think if with mayor it goes through, you win, blah blah blah? It's 4 years past. Could you see yourself staying at mayor, or do you see yourself with bigger intentions, prime minister, UN, anything like that?
The problem is individuals within other countries are not all familiar with the term prime minister, and we cannot say that there's a president of Canada, or definitely a lot of them aren't familiar with the term premier. So I had to choose a role that is universally known, and mayor is a position that is well known right across the world. So that's why I think I would have the greatest traction by keeping the title mayor.
Okay. I don't know. A man like you, I would see always having bigger aspirations at some point. I think you would grow tired of it, just like we were talking all about other stuff, and you would definitely want to go on more of a world circuit.
You know what? I think you're right. What I would like to do is, because I've been across the US as well, I would like to go back to Hollywood one day and maybe do some things there that are considered risky. But I worry that I'd be deported back and then I wouldn't be able to return.
All right. Well, you never know. You could end up in some scandal with some rich male actor or something like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be male. It could be female. I don't judge. I'm good at acting.
If you could pick three no, we'll make it easy. 2 celebrities, 2 male, 2 female that you like to be caught in an encounter with, who would they be?
Do you two have any relatives?
Oh God, no, we just kind of plopped here.
Oh, I would have to say my first guy and girl, or man and woman, would be Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick.
Right.
Because I've been doing her for a long time, but I have been waiting to get my hands on him.
Yeah,
and then the other couple I would like to do is, I already did my wife and her 5 sisters when they popped. I'll have to get back to you on the other couple. I'll message you my ideas, and you can let me know if you'd like to join us.
Well, you just send us off that. We'll Twitter it over, and we'll definitely consider.
Albie Scott is saying that they're showing their boss in the morning this video of you, and you might go back to Hollywood doing something with Lionsgate Pictures.
Hollywood, if you're watching this, I will do anything to be accepted as one of yours, except become a legal citizen. So you can share my pictures with Hollywood, and if they're willing to have me, I would love to be a member of their environment.
There you go, Scott. Get back to us if you do.
Yeah. Remember, you've seen it here first, folks. Are you enjoying the show so far?
This show has been a life-changing experience for so many people who are now reminded the importance of refilling your medication on time.
Well, and the theme that we've had about Canadian shows, you also have the modesty that reminds me of a young Super Dave Osborne.
The best thing about Super Dave was he had an incredible voice, and he was so flexible. The man could take a wheel to his chest and still breathe. Super Dave, the guy is like, he looks like this after every episode.
Yeah, when he jumped off the CN tower, and
oh boy, that was painful.
You remember what your sidekick's name was?
Restraining order.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember the sidekick.
For Super Dave, it was Fuji Nakahito.
Oh right, he had the microphone day.
Yeah, no, that was Mike Walden. Mike Walden was the announcer.
Oh, right.
And then the Asian guy that helped him that screwed up all the stuff all the time, that was Fuji Nakahito.
I remember Super Dave, part of his show, he actually had a live audience and a stage. And believe it or not, Celine Dion was on one of his shows. And she sang on stage.
Before she got noticed. Like, she was noticed in Quebec, but not outside of Quebec at that time.
Yeah, and that was great.
Yeah, he did a variety show. He started, of course, with John Biner and Bizarre, which was filmed in Toronto.
I don't remember that.
Oh, Bizarre was insane. It was one of the funniest shows, I swear to God. It was the first cable series on HBO. And it was made here in Canada for CTV, and then in the States it was shown on HBO.
I'm sure it was a wonderful program, but TVs don't exist anymore.
Well, I know.
Right.
We were just saying that the other day about our daughter. She's 7, and we go to visit her grandparents, and she's completely confused at why we have to wait for a certain time to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, brings back memories.
Yeah. Well, they say, right? What is it? We were just reading 60% of 45 and under don't have a television anymore, cable or
internet. Yeah, not using regular programming. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's where we come in, right? We give them their entertainment.
We give them something.
We do. You're giving. What have you given Sarah Jessica Parker?
I gave her all my love and affection and a lot of Clorox wipes afterwards.
Well, if somebody hasn't read that one on a Hallmark card before, they just haven't lived.
Even if it was on a Hallmark card, they couldn't read it because the pages would be stuck together.
That's another one on a card. You're a true romantic, my friend.
I am very romantic. If I told you about the carpal tunnel that I have, it would blow your mind.
Jesus. Oh God. Well, it's a lovely tale, and if you wanna expand on it, by all means, we're all ears. So
I am a chronic yanker.
Is one arm bigger than the other?
Yes.
All righty, moving on. So, who do you find sexy in Canadian television?
What I find sexy in Canadian television?
No, who? It's a personality. Yeah. What about Maroney's son?
I think the actress Chantal Kruk.
Chantal Kruk. What's she in?
K-R-E-U-K. She was in the Smallville show.
Oh. Huh. I never knew her name. I apologize for that one.
Last name spelled K-R-E-U-K.
What about Brian Maroney's son there? What's his name? That's Entertainment Tonight.
The Mulrooney kid.
Yeah, the Maroney kid. He's a hottie, isn't he? And not a bit dense or nothing.
I'm trying my hardest not to say anything bad about him because it makes it appear that I'm jealous because he's on television and I'm not. But come on, we all know why he is who he is.
Because he's so well, he handles himself so well on television. You can feel the talent beaming out of him.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm just Jesus Christ. And what about Rick Mercer?
He's pretty good. Oh, the guy from the East Coast, eh? Oh yeah, Rick Mercer. He's got a good show. One of my friends said I should do something like him on the radio.
He's just retiring this year, by the way.
Oh, he's sorry, mentally challenged?
Yeah.
Oh. I won't judge.
You're a good person that way. You got a good heart, don't you?
I do. Well, it's kind of damaged from the days I was raving and did a lot of substances, but it's overall in good condition. I just can't do anything excessive, like have normal conversations.
Those can take a lot of a person.
I bet those electric shocks are not helping either.
Well, not if I want to grow my hair back.
No.
Well,
because after enough of those shocks, I'm no longer Furburger, I'm just Burger.
Well, we can't have that happen. That would be a crime, I mean.
Well, I believe people have the right to keep their bush or not.
But you said at the beginning, you see, now I'm going to play parliamentary griller for a second. You said at the beginning you wanted all guys to have a full bikini wax.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you're a man over the age of 40, you have no choice. I've smelled you in the summertime. You're getting waxed. If you're a man under the age of 40 or a woman of any age, you can keep all of your facial hair and body hair.
Well, I think some women should get rid of some of their facial hair, don't you think?
Well, I think that maybe you don't respect women as much as I do.
Yeah.
I think we should force them to lose their facial hair.
Okay, I will reconsider.
I just want to make it very clear. I have the utmost respect for women, and everything you see me say on any recording is absolutely true.
That's a tall order, but you know what? You stand by your principles.
Especially from a politician, it's very different.
It's refreshing. It's refreshing. You know, you're winning me over, I gotta say.
There's a refreshing Furburger joke in there.
Yeah.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Now, going on to the program today, obviously, I was going to drive her to drinking and you to smoking.
Yeah.
But is that really what caused it? Did our conversation cause you to light up and cause her to start drinking? Or were you planning to drink and smoke in advance?
I was just trying to be prepared for the role. I knew what I was getting myself into, and I wanted to be ready.
Each episode I do, I push the bar a little bit further. The next program I do, that program will be permanently banned from YouTube. Anyone looking to get me on their show, I hope you have a backup channel.
Well, what do you think of our show? You've been in a couple times in the chat and stuff like that. What do you think of it?
A very professional, very gracious couple. I enjoy how you are humans and you have human conversations with other people, and you discuss photography and things you're knowledgeable about, and you have pictures on your wall. And I only have one picture. It's a picture of myself.
Yeah, but
so you're a very cultured group, various backgrounds. You speak French, you speak English, and do I detect a bit of Russian?
Yes.
Yes, in Russian.
So it's great. So you're a very wonderful multicultural household. I'm multicultural as well, except my other cultures are animals.
But that's a culture to it. I mean, you got to embrace what you are.
True. And, well, I could go further into the animal culture taking place here, but I don't think it would be appropriate.
You're very kind, though. Thank you.
Yes, and we do appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying yourself on the show. And you've been
let me tell you something. You have no idea how much I'm enjoying myself, because although the camera hasn't been shaking too much, I haven't been showing you below my neck for a certain reason. I enjoy a man with a beard.
Well, as we said, that's what we have in common, and I do too.
Oh, and I would like to remind everyone who's watching this channel right now, it's Puša or Puša Studios.
Puša.
Puša. The lack of the H makes me keep messing up. I apologize. But
good.
Anyone who's watching Puša Studios, if you're not logged in, log in and subscribe, because every guest he has and she has is exactly like me. So if you want more of this, subscribe. Every guest will be exacttly like this.
That's right.
I like that. It's a good endorsement. I think we got our next commercial.
Yeah, I know.
We should use that up. You are fun, and you've been, I know you got your character, but you've also been letting us a little bit into the personal side as well, and that, and it's nice getting to know you better.
I love letting you inside of me.
I know you do. I knew I'd set you up for that one hook, line, and sinker. Then that's a team. We got chemistry going.
That's true. We support each other.
That's right, 100%. And
we have to. We're Canadian.
It's just by luck we're both Canadian, so two greatnesses.
Yeah, that's true. I was born in Toronto.
That's what I was going to ask you. You spent your whole life basically in Toronto? Like you didn't live on like Brampton or any of those areas? Or I know it's all the GTA, but I mean, are you like pretty much physically in the downtown area?
Yeah, I love Toronto too much to go anywhere else. So downtown Toronto for me, whole life, 24/7. There's nowhere else I would rather be than my good old Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Well, that's good. That's nice to hear that. That's the problem today with, I know in Canada we kind of like, we don't want to be like states and pound our chests and the flag and all this stuff, but sometimes we're the opposite side and should have a little more pride in what we have.
That's true. And no matter how much I have to pretend to be proud of where I'm from, I will always say I'm proud to be from Toronto.
It's a ringing endorsement. They might get you on their next, the commercials they do every year for Visit Toronto. Maybe you'll be their next spokesman.
I would love to be on those commercials.
Yeah. They might have to edit your script a little now and then, but other than that, I think you're a shoe-in for it myself.
They would have to take my voice recording and chop it up in different orders.
Yeah, that's right.
To say things like, I do not support breaking the law, and they couldn't show my face. They could just have my voice.
Or, I don't know, something about bikini waxes or going down on inflatable dolls and stuff.
That's another benefit to inflatable dolls, is unless they're like truly accurate, no waxing needed.
That's right. That's right. Nice, smooth skin tone all the time.
The only problem is if you have two of them at the same time, and you're doing your business too roughly, it's like a burned tire.
Yeah.
You can start a fire. It's bad news.
That's something you're really gonna watch.
Do you want to watch? Because I got her and her sister ready to go.
Well, no, I don't think we're gonna get too graphic on the show, but they can bring them out and they can talk for a little while. We can interview them.
Let me go get her sister. I'll be right back.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah, Donnie. That's right.
Donnie's watching us on his break.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Oh, you're twins.
We are twins.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't realize that. So, which one was born first?
I'm Clammy 4.0. I'm Clammy 5.0. Our sisters were popped and buried in the backyard, senor.
Okay. And how do you enjoy like the three of you being together? I mean,
I like it very much because it's very giving. He loves my taco. And
he does.
Taco flavored kisses. No, he's mine. No, he's mine. Get off of me, bitch. Get off of me.
Girls, ladies, you got to learn how to just share each other.
I'm sorry.
No, ladies, hold on. Wait.
There's enough mic to go around for both of you, I think.
Oh, we love each other too.
Oh, that's it's good to see sisters get along so well.
Sisters are doing it for themselves. Arriba!
Are you girls originally from Toronto?
No, we're from
Japan.
Japan. The tattoo on the side of my leg, it says made in Japan.
Oh,
and we were shipped from eBay.
The mystical land of eBay.
Oh, yes. Shipping and handling charges apply.
Oh, God, that's so fun. Well, we've covered, yeah, Donnie, we've covered incest now. That's one that was hot in the topics tonight. So, you girls, how do you
look? My head is messed up. What happened to my face? I'm like an ashtray.
So basically,
look how flat she is now.
So basically, one has better head than the other, right?
Are you hitting on my man? You cannot have my man, but I want you. I want your beard all on my taco.
Well,
have you ever been with two tacos at the same time? Arriba! I'm Cinco de Mayo.
I think you ladies would be too much for me. So you got like Spanish going, and you're from Japan. That's an interesting mix.
Multicultural.
Yeah.
We worship here from Japan.
Yeah, Donnie, you might want to turn your screen. You girls really have a lot of energy.
Oh, we have a lot of energy. He puts the air into us, and then he puts something else into us, senor.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Oh my God! All righty, girls, ladies, let's behave.
We can't help it. We love him so much. Yes.
So, what do you guys, when you're not with Michael because he's doing the campaign trail and that? What do you guys do in your spare time? Any hobbies or anything?
Yes, we scissor each other.
Oh, jeez.
What are you gonna do as first lady?
Oh, scissors. Arriba.
Bottle Cats, I think Miss Kathy left a while ago. You're asking. Yeah.
No. She went. I warned her what is on, so she went away.
Okay.
What are you gonna do as the first ladies?
Yeah, we're the fourth and fifth ladies.
Ooh.
We're going to stay in the closet chilling in flakes. Probably don't get our dinner.
And how do you get along with Sarah Jessica Parker? You guys okay and everything? There's no competition or nothing?
No, but she has to remember to put the lotion on her fur or it gets hosed. She becomes a smelly wet horse.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of people have said that in Hollywood about Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
I think I read that in Time or something, the smelly horse comment. So.
Were you talking about me? Hello.
So, oh, jeez.
Hello, it's me, television Sarah Jessica Parker.
So, do you see another Sex and the City coming back, another movie?
It's Sex in the Stable.
That's right.
Yes.
My apologies. Yeah, I get this wrong sometimes.
Michael Furburger, it's Sex in the Mentally Unstable.
It's not easy in that field. It's a lot of hours and stuff.
Yeah.
I keep thinking like Mickey Wilson when somebody logs in, wonders what in hell's name is going on.
Well, somebody said that Michael, you sound like the Sesame Street.
Hold on, let me drink something. I'm losing my voice. I got another voice for you.
Not a problem. You gotta keep hydrated. Hey, Mickey Wilson. See ya. Welcome.
Hello, it's me, Elmo.
No.
Elmo likes when you tickle him. Elmo says don't put your finger there. Oh no, Elmo's now part of the Me Too movement. Don't put your finger there. Don't tickle Elmo.
He's got a voice like her, I guess. I don't know.
It's quite similar.
I think it's right on.
Yes.
I think you were working.
Oh no,
before.
you got about the same as doing Elmo. You're bang on. Oh my god, that was good. Oh Jesus, we've really opened up a can of worms here. Oh my god, almighty.
Oh, I just was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me, Dr. Phil. I'm here to help you with your issues. Mental, physical, or vaginal. I will help you today, Dr. Phil. Look at my scalp. I'm so smart, my brain's trying to pop through the skin. Too much knowledge here.
So, Dr. Phil, it's so great to have you here. I didn't think we'd ever have such a big celebrity.
Thank you so much for coming to our stream.
You're welcome. I was checking in on my patient, Michael Furburger, and I have to make sure he's not abusing the internet like he did last time. Last time he got caught while hacking off, he was banned from the internet in the institution.
Really?
Yep, he was yanking. Dr. Phil does not approve.
I got to ask you about you and Oprah. Did things get kind of hot and heavy between the two years back in the day?
That's how I got on her show. Like someone who looks like this gets on a big show without giving Oprah the big O? No, Dr. Phil was her personal gynecologist. Did I say something funny?
Oh, that was the best. Yeah.
With Oprah, and she was damn good.
We have a guy named Donnie in the show who needs a good talking to. We want you to set him straight.
Well, what has Donnie been doing?
Donnie's been doing all kinds of things, and he just can't come to grips with the...
Yeah, he wears dresses on Sundays.
Yes.
Well, Donnie, if you're proud of wearing a dress, then we are not ones to judge. Lots of people wear dresses. Most of them are called women. Are you a woman, Donnie? Are you a woman or a girl? I mean, I'm okay with you being one of the ladies. If you're going to wear a dress and be a woman, then just be proud. Tell us if you're a woman or are you gay? Donnie, are you gay?
And we have another one here that really needs a talking to. There's a guy called A. Joe who does, of course, the Canadian A. Joe, but he's actually an American imposturing as a Canadian.
Okay.
Any words of advice for him to get him back on track?
Why did you move to Canada? You're not even allowed to use weapons or have sex with your cousin. Come on back down south. We got great things like F1 racing, Jerry Springer, and sex with a cousin. Dr. Phil.
You see, you got through to Donnie. He says, now only on Sunday I'm a woman.
Well, then I think I got myself a new girlfriend. Your name is now Donnie Phil.
Donnie Phil. My jeez.
What about bottle caps?
Bottle caps are dangerous. You can crack your teeth on them.
Well, Bottle Caps' problem is he's too happy. He's always beaming and too positive.
And he likes older women.
Bottle Caps likes Canadian. My American. I don't know where I'm from anymore. Who's women? Do you like Canadian women or American women or human dog women? Shoes? What? Who's women?
All.
Oh, he likes all women?
Yeah.
He's a lesbian. Yep, he's a lesbian.
Yeah. You got all the right markings, right?
Well,
Susie
I think I'm losing my voice.
You think you're losing your voice? Well, we don't want that to happen. A great man like you needs to keep the tools of the trade, and definitely voice is one of them.
No, Dr. Phil was losing his Dr. Phil voice, but my voice is fine.
That was actually
It's me, Elmo. I want you to touch him again. Right here under the arm. Elmo likes it when you spank him really hard like a loaf of bread. Spank Elmo. Spank Elmo.
Now, funny you mention that because Bottle Caps has a real crush on Elmo. He said that on numerous occasions that it turns him on seeing Elmo. So maybe you could say a couple of words to him and it would cheer him up a little.
Yes, if he's into midget red people, I suggest having sex with the M&Ms.
Well, apparently he's a lesbian trapped in a man's body, so.
Let me tell you something. I was once trapped in a man's body. It was tight.
Oh, jeez.
Elmo needs Dr. Phil's advice. Yeah, I think so.
Hey, I got a question for the male hosts of the program. No offense. I noticed you're smoking quite a lot, and that's only from us talking. Imagine if we spent the night together, how much smoking you'd be doing afterwards.
Well, he would be smoking all the way through, I think.
Would you shut the Don't start with needle woman.
Would you like to help me spread my Furburger across the city?
You're a campaign manager.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I'm not an intern, campaign manager. Elmo could be your intern.
Elmo has seen a lot of things he can't repeat.
Yeah, I know. We got to be careful with Elmo too, because some real shit went on in real life with the puppet master. So
I thought that was the frog.
No, it was Elmo.
Oh,
it's in a non-disclosure and
Kermit had sex with Miss Piggy.
Yeah, that's right. You definitely are a man who has many talents and will go very far in life.
Thank you so much. I wish that I could finish sentences, so that would have been a good one.
Well, I liked where you were going with it, so we'll call that a win on that one. So
that's a win-win situation.
So what do you see for the future for yourself?
I see for myself increased support across the interweb and a couple more restraining orders from the retirement home. On Christmas Eve, I went down there to tell somebody's grandma that I'm sorry I haven't been writing or...
Uh-oh.
Where did you go? There it is. I was trying to get money from her, but she didn't give me money. she reported me, and now I can't go back to that retirement home.
Well, that's an awful shame.
It's a damn shame because I was going to be doing a lot with that $2.
$2 goes pretty far in Canada.
It does. You can get a bagel.
Yeah, you can't even get a coffee because of the tax.
Oh, that's right. Even cup of Timmy's is way too expensive.
Get rid of the tax on coffee. There would be a good start. That dollar would go further. You could do that as mayor.
Absolutely. I will remove all taxes. Whatever you want, you get if I get your vote. And together, let's bring the city into debt.
Sink it to the bottom in a mad rush.
Absolutely. Oh,
I like it.
Another thing, we were talking about Tim Hortons. I do drink tea. I'm a big fan of Tim Hortons chamomile tea.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have you ever had their tea? I don't drink tea. Have you ever had it?
Not the chamomile one. I like fresh peppermint.
Oh, I don't blame you. Peppermint's good. But you know what's even tastier is after a nice huddle in a campground, a nice cool cup of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, sometimes it's a choice. Yeah.
Kool-Aid is one of those options.
I would love all of us to get together, and I will bring the Kool-Aid.
Well, doesn't that sound lovely?
Well, if you want to have your mind expanded and your wills cashed in, yes.
Jesus. Well, you know what? You give a guy something to think about. I got to say that.
I give a guy something.
That's right. And I still love that picture behind you. I can't take my eyes off it.
Thank you. I'm going to put you up a little bit closer to it.
Sure. Let us bask in the glory.
Yeah, lots more hair on that one.
I'll be right back with one more thing.
Sounds good. Guys in the chat, Joe is not American. I'm starting to worry people believe when I said that. That was the whole joke. I just hope to God Joe is as Canadian as it gets. Tonight has just been a whole roller coaster of stuff.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, well, your merch, plug in your merch.
Yes, Lord God, tell everybody where they can get this fine mug.
You can get a nice glass of Shut the F Up by going to vistaprint.com or staples.com or .ca if you're Canadian, and you can get your own designs put on your own objects, like a poster or a mug. Any picture of your choice, and for the low price of whatever they're charging now. So again, Vistaprint or Staples, and you can get your own designs. You can even get a picture of me and put it on your cup. So it's like you're drinking for me.
But how much do they owe you for using your picture?
They owe me nothing. Just knowing that their parents are going to be disturbed is enough for me.
That's a pretty selfless act of you.
It is selfless. I'm a giver. I love to give. That's why I am no longer allowed to go to sperm banks. I abuse the system.
You had to gargle your way through to the ATM.
That sounds delicious, sir.
That was in a movie. If you ever look up the movie Night Patrol, that's one of the scenes in it. There's a bunch of guys standing at a sperm bank and then one girl.
That sounds funny.
What's that?
That does sound humorous.
Do you remember the Unknown comic? The guy that put the bag on his head? Paper bag with the holes?
No, I don't recall that. But I do know in the popular video game Friday the 13th, they do have, is it Jason? Is that the character's name? He's one of the Friday the 13th versions is a paper bag with a hole in it. So when you were talking about that, I was thinking of Friday the 13th. And when I think about that game, it brings back so many memories of the crimes I've committed.
Well, I mean, I want to bring back fond memories for you. That's an important. Yeah, I'm not sure how to follow up on that one.
You can follow up by promising not to report me.
You got my word. You got my word.
Oh, there he is. I see a picture of Bagman.
Yeah, you made a whole career out of it, telling all these like you like his humor. Yeah, that's what he posed. I think it was Playboy or something.
That's so awesome. I totally relate to the baghead guy.
Yeah.
He's got a bag on his doohickey. I like that.
Yeah, that's why I thought you maybe had heard of him already. You kind of got the same
I can
style of you.
guarantee you I'm going to work on the carpal tunnel tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he's a pretty hot one. He was in that movie. I think then I started taking it off not too long after, and his career tanked. So the paper bag was definitely carrying him.
Huh. A paper bag carrying something. That is innovative.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, there, Donnie has reported you to Scotland Yard.
Is that his stripper name?
Could be.
You never know.
With that dress on Sundays. That's
During the daytime, his name is Scotland. During nighttime, it's Scotland Yardstick.
Jesus. Oh man, you are something else.
So my question: what is going to be your first thing to do when you're going to be elected? What is your first?
My first thing I will do when I am elected is send therapists to the houses of half of the city to let them know that everything's going to be okay. And then I will prove the therapists wrong. I will make sure afterwards that I do put my plans into action on my second day. My second day is where we legalize all crimes, we legalize narcotics, we legalize prostitution, and we for once and for all get the Humane Society to protect Sarah Jessica Parker from various internet abuses.
You do really care a lot about her, don't you?
I care about her. I put a lot into her.
Oh. You have a way with words, my friend. Oh, geez.
Yes.
Oh my God almighty. How do you follow this up?
Does the audience have any last questions to our guest? Anything that haven't been talked about, which I'm sure there's a lot.
Best friend,
oh my.
Yeah.
That's a
it's a slow
deep look.
It's the slow movements that make it so. You are a genius. Yes, you too, sir.
$1 billion.
But I do see a lot of I'm glad we had brought it up tonight about Tom Green, because I think that's so cool. I can definitely see right away he's had an influence on you. I mean, you still have your own thing, and definitely Kids in the Hall. You can see all these, and that's great because Canada has amazing stand-up comedy. And I seen an interview with Norm Macdonald one time. They were asking him why Canadians do so well in that area, and he put it so well. You know, typical Norm. He said that it's because in Canada there was no competition because we all knew we weren't going anywhere. Where when we went to the States, everybody just kept hoping to land a TV deal. So it was kind of like comedy was like a stepping stone. But Canada, you know, people do it for 30 years at yucks and still keep pushing along with it. And I think you're kind of a great example of that comedy that we got here.
You do make a good point. I would like to echo your statements, and I would like to say to the Canadian comedy industry, I love you as well. And although I may not be a typical stand-up comedian type or have been accepted by many of you or your comedy clubs because I am weird and was caught doing inappropriate things in front of the club manager, I would like to say I have a lot of love for the Canadian comedians, comedy scene, and for those within the Canadian comedy scene who have recently passed away. All of us would like to say you've brought entertainment to us and we will never forget you.
That's so nice and so true. That's a really good thing to bring up. It is. We have a ton of talent. Most people, like I noticed that when I first started going to Latvia, people were shocked to find out how many were Canadians in the US, you know, in the big movies and the big music scene. We've pioneered. I always bring up Born to Be Wild, you know, look at this, the greatest American anthem of all time. You get some guys from Manitoba and stuff like that. Monty Hall.
Interesting trivia fact or point. Did you know that Manitoba is part of Canada?
When did this happen?
No, it's not Manitoba anymore. It's
I just found out just the other day.
No way.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
It's a real place.
I think
people living there.
I have to go and look this up. I got to verify the source here.
I think they still use televisions.
That was another thing on Super Dave Osborne. Every time he did stunts, they used genuine Saskatchewan sealskin bindings on him.
Oh, those make excellent condoms.
Yeah. I remember Rick Mercer with that series he had talking to Americans, and he'd always come up with these stupid stories. And one of them was he was at, I think, Berkeley or somewhere, and he was trying to stop the national seal hunt in Toronto.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. A lot of seals, they were put down because they were asking for change outside of Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. The seals were just trying to earn some change.
That's right. Seals are deadly. You have to keep an eye at them all times.
They look cute, but don't let that fool you. There's a lot of things that are cute that will screw you over for 18 years of back child support. Suzanne!
I was wondering if I could, because we're still going to end it, I wanted to pull you a bit out of character for a minute and just see. I wanted to ask you what it's been like since you started doing YouTube for you. Like, has it been the outlet you hoped for? Is it giving you a platform that you've always wanted?
Within the comedy scene, and you're trying to entertain people, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I need to go to a stand-up comedy club and tell jokes. And that's how I will become a comedian or an entertainer.
Right.
Now, I entertain people in various ways. I have tried the stand-up thing. I've tried different avenues as well. And I am a weird person that have never quite fit into what is considered the norm. So YouTube has enabled me to be myself, be as weird and crazy as I want to, somewhat within the bounds of the law,
right,
and to get an audience to watch me without me having to be approved to go on a stage for 5 minutes.
right.
Some of the things I do, it's takes a long time for the comedic part to kick in for the full effect.
Right.
So if I'm supposed to do a 5-minute thing, but my whole thing is premised on relaxing the audience, making them think I'm normal, and then whipping it out, well, I just can't do that doing typical comedy. So for some people, the typical comedy avenue is working for them, and I wish them lots of success. But for someone like me who idolizes people like Tom Green, the typical stand-up comedy is not necessarily our outlet. So online social media gives us an outlet to share our gift and talents with people and usually not get arrested afterwards. So I love that YouTube has given me this outlet, and I will continue to put out content and push the borders and scar the minds of the innocent people.
I'll tell you the truth, and this here is all in all sincerity. What I really appreciate about you and your comedy is your sincerity. I really like that you're true to your characters, you're true to your comedy in that. And I do agree with you that sometimes the best comedians are the ones that are booed out of the 5-minute sessions at a comedy hall, because you build a whole show, even if it's only for 15 minutes. It's a whole episode of working up the crowd, playing the crowd. You, like Andy Kaufman, but maybe not as extreme. I do think there's more of a control that you keep into your comedy. But it's really amazing to watch you in action. Like I watch you this whole time, and I'm just thinking, this guy's a genius. How he's working everybody, bringing it back, giving a little bit of himself, then comes back into jokes. That you really are good at what you do.
I do appreciate that, and that's one of the reasons I love your show, because you, like me, know how to pretend to give compliments to people when we don't mean it.
No, and this one I do.
I'm joking.
Yeah, no, because I want to make sure we've enjoyed a lot. And I wanted to make sure that one though was seriously put across.
You see, I smiled for a second there.
I know. You're like a Venetian blind. There's things opening and closing all the time. But you know, it is. This is why I mentioned a while ago about a lot of Canadians that end up in the States and do very well in comedy. Yes, you're not there, but at the same time too, I do believe you have that certain thing that those guys have. It's wacky, but it's enough relatable that it doesn't isolate people.
Yes.
And that's a good line to walk.
Well, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you, sir. And I've had a good amount of experiences with lines. Most of them were snorted.
I've never had somebody say something so nice to me in my life. I'm touched. Oh, Jesus.
Are you blushing?
Yeah. I'm doing something. I'm not quite sure what. But no, this has been so much fun. Like, I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I like your work, but I was not sure how we would go in the interviews and that. Not in a bad way, and that's kind of fun because it's nice to do something that shakes things up a bit. And this has been an excellent episode with you. It's been really fun. I mean, you're really good at what you do.
I would like to say also, because it seems like maybe that I'm only focusing on myself and not the audience. The episode you saw today, it was really made a great episode for a change because I was on it. So if you're interested in good programming, you need to follow me. Because once I'm gone, if he doesn't bring more people like me back, you flip a coin.
Well, we're screwed. There's nobody else like you.
No, but everybody subscribe to this gentleman and this beautiful lady's channel, Pusa Studios channel. And you put that little bell on, and for all you know, they might have me back again. So you might get to see me. So you don't want to miss that. So subscribe to their channel.
I don't think we're finished with you yet. I think we're going to be seeing more of you in the future.
Definitely.
In the news.
And on here. We don't want to lose you. Even when you get famous, you got to promise to come back and still join us.
Absolutely. I'm still looking forward to that threesome we talked about.
That's right. That's we got that calendared in somewhere roughly. So, Michael, it's been such an honor and such a pleasure to have you tonight. You're absolutely fantastic. And I hope more than just Tom Green giving you a shout out, I really hope you start getting circled in with his friends and all that, and you get noticed because you got a gift, my friend. You got a talent that's just waiting to be noticed.
Thank you so much for your kind words. And also, did you know that Tom Green is missing a testicle?
Yes.
So, Tom Green, if you're watching, I know that you only have one nut, and I would like to be your other nut.
That's very kind as well.
Another Hallmark moment brought to you by Michael Furburger. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Michael.
Thank you
so much. And to your audience, I hope that we mentally scarred you for the rest of your life.
Or at least gave you a good run for your money.
Yes.
That was amazing.
That was interesting. Loved it.
I'll be praying for you guys.
Thank you, Bottle Caps, for a suggestion and for other people, voicing it. It was really fun. I loved it.
That was amazing. I'm not quite sure what that feeling. You're not quite sure what you see, but you loved it.
Yeah, I know.
How amazing was that? The guy is a genius. On that Mickey Mouse, and I'll never be the same. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing about it. Like, it's so he's so off the wall, but he's so relatable too. Like, even if you don't get everything he's saying, he's the facial. He's very, very well disciplined.
Oh yes.
Like
No, I like the unpredictableness of that, but still in the frames, of the show. It was really cool. I liked it, and different too from what he does on his channel too. So
yeah, I'm honored.
Adjusted it to what we are doing,
and I'm honored that he opened up a little into it.
Exactly.
That was very much appreciated. Without I get, and that's good. Like he did like that. He didn't just turn himself into, okay, well, this is Michael, and just talk about. It was a good mix of all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And yes, ball caps have been pounding our heads for a week to get Michael on. I agree. And like even Michael, like in a day-to-day setting, he would understand that, we weren't thinking of it. It was just like, I hope we can kind of keep him contained a little, and he was very, very gracious tonight. He had a lot of respect for what we do here. I feel he pushed boundaries, which Michael's got to do that for his comedy work, but not in a way like to kind of kill the show.
No,
it didn't turn into any kind of
it was
random.
very tasteful, I must say. So,
and and so that was really amazing. That's exactly what I needed tonight. So.
Yes, and then that's why today, Monday or Sunday or I just read that some people have the bank holiday today.
Oh, really?
Cool. Is anybody of you guys having a bank holiday today?
I'm off to jump the slurry silo.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get back to work, I bet.
Yeah.
Simon. Now we're going to call you Simon, even when you're going to be on our show.
Yes, ball cap. We've seen that before. I watch this guy every night before bed. He is good. He is good. And like I say, I've known from him before. It was just a bit of a toss-up, and he really was amazing. Really, really. I can't believe how well he handled.
Hi, Juliet. My God. Did you watch what we just had, or did you just popped in? Because if you didn't, we had an adult show tonight, and you got to roll it back to see. It was quite a different format, 18 plus.
But funny, like,
funny.
Not... well, what do you say? He's offensive, but a funny offense. Like, it
wasn't vulgar.
No.
Funny. It was funny.
It was really good.
Funny. Joey was right. It's Toronto humor funny.
That's true.
So if you're interested in that kind of humor, you got to roll it back and see. Oh yes, I can't even tell you what was it about.
Yeah.
You got to see at least something to understand.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to paint a picture.
So Juliet, definitely check that out. It was a different night tonight. We enjoyed that.
How did you guys like it? I know Donnie really liked it. I know Mickey liked it.
Are those official channel glasses? This is our son's glasses, by the way.
I grabbed them in Iceland. They had in a trade show in Iceland, and go figure, they had a booth for Florida. I think
my favorite Instagram selfie, whatever transition is with sunglasses. So I figured, why to do a computer generated sunglasses if I can just steal my son's? You like that? Then I can make faces. And the best thing is that you can't really see anything through them. See? You got nails like Susie. Well, they're not painted, but yeah. I could paint them for you one day.
There you go.
But I can't compete with Susie. That's her professional thing.
Yes, you do, Donnie. We definitely want you on. I know sort of with work and stuff like that. So we definitely would love to have you on.
Definitely. We're still open for you. Just
because when the summertime comes, it's going to be harder. I don't know, because we still got to travel some and that. We got some stuff to do. So it's going to be probably a bit of a different format for a bit in the summer. We haven't decided yet. It's kind of one of those things now. We wish we had started earlier in the wintertime. Continue through.
Well, summer is not here yet. We just started. We just started the spring here, but definitely summer we're going to do a little bit variety because we're going to be traveling. But that's okay. That's still going. So tomorrow we're going to have Tuesday Tech Talk. Go back to our programming as usual. And Wednesday we have a guest, and Thursday and Friday and Saturday we're gonna have a special edition of Invisible Illnesses, hashtag Millions Missing, with two amazing girls that are not really a big part of the community. As I was saying, one is big on Instagram, the other one is more of a Twitter queen. So we're going to have a chat about that. So if you're interested in some information, support, or exchange of experiences, tune in on Saturday.
Geeks slides in like risky business. What's up?
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you missed our guest.
Dun, dun,
In
dun.
case you missed it, you got to roll it back. We can't really talk about it. It was amazing content.
Yeah.
Very funny.
He's a character, guys, and go check him out as well. He's fantastic. I like these videos. Like I got, but like after talking with him and that, like I just got a whole new look on this guy, and this guy is like sharp as a tack.
I think ball caps, you still have scars in your wallet after her. To be honest.
Between that and the man crush he's got on Michael Furburger.
Yeah, go check out our guest. I just put a link in. Don't watch it with your kids.
Mickey Wilson, my wife has a Smith & Wesson. I'm scared. Jeez.
Oh, we were talking dirty. Unfortunately, JJ, guys, you just missed it all. Oh, no, you missed something good. That's right. You got to roll it back and watch. We had Michael Furburger on, the how do you even pronounce it? Mayoral candidate
for Toronto,
running for Toronto.
It was nuts stuff.
Quite funny. It was nuts. Yeah. So you got to roll it back. Can't even talk about it. Definitely check it out. Check out his video channel as well.
The guy's a genius. I have such a new outlook on his work after that. That was so amazing.
You can dare just make sure that nobody's watching what you are watching. It's funny. It's not bad. It's funny.
Oh my God almighty.
Now I forget what we have. Oh my God, I'm so disorganized today.
Steve Bowman, welcome. Good to have you. We were just telling everybody we had such an amazing guest. If you get a chance, you got to go back and look. You got to see this guy. You might follow him already. I don't know. Michael Furburger. Kind of left us all speechless, really. If anybody likes shows like Kids in the Hall and stuff like that, I mean, this guy is like, but he does his own thing. I don't like saying it too much because I don't sound like I'm comparing him to him. He has those, and Tom Green, the old Tom Green, definitely.
And if you're already subscribing to him, you're going to be interested to watch our stream with him, because Andrew got him to open up about some of his background and his true self as well, not just his character. So if you are already supporting him as a channel, you're probably interested to see his other side too. So
he's
Kids in the Hall was epic. Oh yes.
Yeah. You know, that's what we were saying. If some of you missed it, some of you probably know Norm Macdonald, of course, one of the great comedians, of course, Canadian as well. And he was asked one time why so many great comedians come out of Canada. And we were talking about that a while ago, because only Norm Macdonald could make that point. He said when we were in Canada, there was no going anywhere else if you're a comedian to start with, mostly for actors too, but especially comedians. So all they did was focus on their craft, because that was it. You could spend 30 years going to like cheesy nightclubs, and that's as far as you would roll. When he went to the States, the first thing he noticed and got to meet like Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld and all these guys, every one of them wanted to be in TV. And comedy was kind of like a stepping stone for them. Where these guys, they came down, like when they were brought down, they were full force because all they ever did was just groom themselves to be better comedians.
Ray Driver, hello. We're just let our guest go. So if you want to check it out, you got to go back to our stream and check him out. All close up and personal behind the character of Michael Furburger.
Stephen Bowman. Well, Trailer Park Boys did pretty well. Yeah, you see later on that kind of stuff like broke the mold. Tom Green's earlier stuff when I got in, and a lot of people don't realize it, but Super Dave Osborne was on the TV show Bizarre, that's where it got started, and that was the first show to ever be a series on HBO. So it was on Canadian CTV channel, which is kind of like the equivalent of what, like NBC in the States, and then they were showing it on HBO as well.
Oh, perfect.
You take care of yourself,
Perfect.
JJ.
Drive safe, JJ.
Yep, be safe, be well. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's interesting. It's funny and personal and quirky, and it's not rude. It's not at all. It's a different side of Michael Furburger.
He's the guy is just is a bottle caps is Mr.
Do you want to have a date with Andrew? We can organize that. And don't come here on Saturday because Andrew's not going to be here. It's going to be just me and 2 other ladies. But of course, you're not interested in that, right?
Take care, Donnie. You be safe at work. Be well. And yeah, we'll definitely got to get you on very soon. So really looking forward to it. I love your work, by the way, too. I've already watched a bunch of your videos.
Mental scars. Bye-bye, Simon.
Donnie just sent us a picture of what he looks like after the Michael Furburger interview.
Yes, I need my rest. I have a headache. So you can have Andrew on private call after. Thank you for popping in, Stephen. Check out the stream afterwards. It's really interesting and a different look.
Stephanie is asking, what is Saturday?
Saturday, I am doing a special stream, hashtag Millions Missing, because I suffer from invisible illness, chronic as well. We're going to be raising awareness about that. And I'm going to have 2 guests, one more seen in Instagram circles, and the other one, although has a channel on YouTube, is more known on Twitter. So them 2 and me, we're going to be talking about invisible illnesses, present some materials graciously provided by some associations, and just share experience and share with the chat and talk with the chat about how they experience that. And Andrew's not going to be here, so that's the...
She said she makes up with the PJ party.
Yeah, no, this month, the special is going to be that, because May 12th is the day where all over the world they they raise awareness for invisible illnesses. Hashtag Millions Missing. Check it out. So we'd love to have you on. It's going to be interesting. Yes, thank you. It's going to be at 8 as usual. So check it out. And what we are trying to do, we're trying to expand our viewers and guests, as we tried last week with people from podcasts. And this week, as I said, the girls are not really in the community. So we're just interesting to introduce you to different people. And
well, tell them about their credentials a little bit. There's some pretty high, like in Twitter and stuff like that. They got a huge following and stuff like that.
Okay, let me get...
Donnie has fibromyalgia, he says.
Well, there you go. So you can join us on Saturday and join the chat and share the experiences. So, well, one of the guests is Stephanie Conroy or Stephanie Lark. You know, she has a channel. Sometimes she appears there vlogging together with her husband, who is a doctor. She has 4 children. 2 of them has autism. Herself has lupus. Which is one of the invisible chronic diseases. And she has a huge following on Twitter and has agreed excitedly to be a part of our show as a guest. I love her tweets. She's always funny and quirky, so I know it's not going to be just us whining about how we're feeling. It's going to be lots of fun as well. So that's a part of it. So definitely, that's something to look into. And yeah. And the other guest, she's not even on YouTube. Let me find her here.
Hey there, Coast to Coast Drones. Thank you so much for dropping by. Says he tries to drop by every night so you can see what's going on.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. And the other guest is Jane's Heart in London. Chronic Mermaid. You can see her on Instagram. She has some pretty good following on Instagram as well. She actually doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she has chronic fatigue syndrome and also have been just diagnosed with this thing that is called chronic inflammation syndrome. So she's in between of diagnosis and will be sharing her experience. She's pretty interesting personality too, a lot of quirky, fun ideas as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So definitely, if you know somebody or if you yourself suffer from invisible illnesses, definitely join our chat on Saturday. It's going to be different. It's going to be interesting, and we'll try to have some fun at the same time. And hashtag Millions Missing, support their raising awareness as well.
Oh my God, that's how I roll. Oh my God, the guy next to us just peed all over a nurse and the floor where they were trying to change him. The smell is toxic. We have not slept since yesterday AM. He told nurse, now you know how I feel.
Oh, that's awful.
Holy
well, hopefully they can change the rooms for you guys. Or
we're thinking of you, man. I was talking with you this morning on the winging it and stuff like that. Yeah. And I know that's an awful thing. I'm sorry you're going through all this. And just know that we're thinking about you and hope you're back soon. So I'm glad at least they're moving to another room. Yes, thank God. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they're moving you somewhere else. Well, that's good, though. And I'm glad you guys, although it sucks to be in the hospital, I'm glad that yesterday has passed and you're on the way, hopefully, to feeling better.
Yeah. Just know we're thinking of you. And I know that doesn't fix everything, but just know you have a lot of people in here who think a lot of you. And we'll be happy to see you home. So be well and be hopefully on the mend and out of there very soon.
Yeah, we're thinking of you, so keep us updated. Tomorrow we're gonna have to do the tech talk. So as usual, just ask your questions. We're gonna try and do some little tutorials. Anything goes. And Wednesday we're gonna have Miss Violet Bird.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. You guys all know Miss Violet Bird.
Miss Violet Bird with a little Ukrainian flair.
Yes. Xender's gonna have lots of questions. I can hear that coming now.
Yeah, I know. And I'm from Latvia. It's not even close, but that's okay. It still feels close. So I'm very looking forward to that. And Balkavs, by the way, she's from your side of Canada, so you might be interested in that too. Yes, you're right, Balkavs. That's why I never drink from fountains in hospitals or anywhere really.
That's the truth.
I don't, and I forbid my kids either because I just don't. So Tuesday Tech Talk and Wednesday is Violet Bird on. So we're back to our regular programming. Hopefully I'm gonna feel better tomorrow. If not, Andrew will be doing his tutorial while I'm be chatting with you on chat.
Oh man, I feel so bad for you. That's how I roll. Jeez.
Yeah, no, I get he did it on purpose to show her that she didn't care for him all the time. Yeah, unfortunately, that's also a problem here. But well,
I like what Bottlecast wrote after Furburger. Violet Birds is going to be sweet. Yeah.
The theme was interesting. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas we are saying hashtag equality, we're diversifying, and
that's right. Everybody gets a shot.
Exactly.
And it's good to have a mix of everything. You know, we don't want to have like the same things every night. And that's why we're trying now even to bring more people that aren't in our day-to-day circle, so everybody gets to meet more people. It's all about mingling. I always say this is like a nightclub or something. You know, you sit down, you have a drink, you talk to your neighbors.
Somebody called it Pusa's bar.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I will.
Oh, really?
I will definitely ask her to play Pictionary.
Yeah.
And then gives a stink eye.
Yeah, Jesse, that was your intro.
Oh, I will definitely do that. I will do the Pictionary for her, then she will have to guess. How about that? That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, we don't usually put on. I'm going to definitely go check it out. That's no problem. That's why I bookmark some as I go. That's why that happened. I'll check it out after. Xenia and I got to get off tonight very soon because we got a very, very early morning tomorrow with the kids. So welcome to real life once again.
It's so friendly here. Yes, thank you so much. We're trying. That's what we're trying to do is, you know, just leave your worries behind, open the door, and dive into relaxation. I
like that. Yeah, it's a compliment to hear something like that when you feel good about being here.
Yeah.
That's all we've ever asked for anybody to feel.
That's great to hear. And we're here every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you ever forget to don't see the tweet or don't see the notification, we're always here except for Sundays.
And Jesse says it's a train spotting video. That sounds even better. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, cool.
I'll look at the title here. Oh, there we go. Amtrak. Real fanning with Jessica. Excellent.
By the way, that's how I roll. Thank you very much for the link to the trains that you sent to Andrew.
Yes.
I guess right before it happened yesterday.
I really enjoyed it because I wrote back to you saying I thought that was so interesting. So thank you very much for thinking of me. Oh, thank you so much, Jesse.
Yeah, I am excited too. I'm excited for Andrew to go out and get some more trains captured because this year we had a very long winter, so he haven't even gone yet. So I am looking forward to those too.
Ray Driver, you have nothing to apologize about.
My.
If you come in just to say hi, if you got any guys, I've always said that any time you give to us is valued by us.
Life first.
That's right. And that is important. So we can't thank you enough for coming by. We really do appreciate it. For someone that's really busy and, you know, they say, oh, I had 15 minutes and I stopped in. I mean, what an honor is that to say with all the things going on that I still want to come by for 15 minutes. I mean, that's...
Thank you, Booty and Deborah. I think you stuck with us through all the stream tonight. So we appreciate that a lot.
I know it's not for everybody, and like everybody was very good about it. That's why I said about making, you know, everybody's like mods and stuff like that. It's because you're all respectful. And even if something's not for you, instead of sitting there and insulting, calling names, they just went to something else and come back.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. You guys take care of yourself. Thank you so much for coming. And I think, guys, we're going to shut it down tonight for the night, but we will be back tomorrow with Tech Talk Tuesday. And that's going to be a fun night.
That's right. Tune in with your questions about everything.
Plugins for YouTube,
video,
photo shooting, photography or video. And if we don't have the answer, probably somebody in the audience does, and they can help you out. So
that's right. And if you have something to say, just come in and talk about it and answer the questions if you know the answer.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
Good night. Just in time for prepping. Oh, we're going to be back tomorrow. Juliet, bye. And check out the stream, tonight's stream. It's funny.
Yeah, if you get it by just in time prepping, you'll probably find this guy funny, like in doses. You could just jump through. But yeah, if you can go back and check it out after. I think you will get a kick out of him. And hope we can have you by tomorrow night. You guys take care. Sorry, like I say, we got kids early with the kids tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming. Cheers and keep creating. Bye guys.